Hello, welcome to the Rose Life channel. Here you will find a great community. The videos you can look forward to are hauls, new and viral finds, lifestyle vlogs, giveaways, and so much more. I hope you will continue this journey with me and join us. Okay, so we're just gonna make the best out of it. Don't mind the angle. I really tried to make it work, but I wanted to do this Q&A. It's been so long. So the first one is gonna be from Comfy Crafter. Why did you create a YouTube channel? So I created a YouTube channel a very long time ago. It was 2009, I believe. I did share my first video. Actually, I have it in this channel somewhere. And I created a YouTube channel because I did want to be creative. And throughout the years, I have thought about making it just a channel where I express myself, but then I wanted it to become like, you know, a career and where I can work at and stuff like that. And it's just been a place where I went back and forth with that decision. And I did come back and forth like about 3 times. And now I'm just sticking with this channel. I did have Love Cupcake 86. That was like my main channel for a while, and then I just stopped making videos there. And then I have another channel, TheGlitterRose, and this channel. So these are my main 2 channels, and this is where life has taken me to. So what inspires you? What inspires me? Life inspires me. People inspire me. I'm inspired by God. I'm inspired by artists. There's so many artists in this world, and I just really am inspired by people who are creative. Sorry, that is making sounds. And I'm inspired by my child, my family, my parents. Not my whole family, but my parents. Number 3, if you can go back in life, what would you do? I mean, would you do anything better? Sorry, if you can go back in life, would you do anything better? Sorry, I could use another cup of coffee. So actually, I wouldn't do anything better. I probably wouldn't have spent so much time in certain places in my life. In certain chapters, I probably would have done things a little bit better. Like I would have tweaked those chapters and not invest so much time on people, because I feel like there was times that I invested a lot of time in people, places, and things that were unnecessary. But honestly, everything that I went through in this life has led me to where I'm at now, and it's molded me into the person that I am today. So I'll just keep it as that. Latoya's Lifestyle. Hey girl, so your first question is YouTube your full-time job? It actually isn't. It isn't my full-time job. I actually do have a full-time job, and YouTube is something that I've been working on. I would love for it to potentially be like my career job, but it's just very difficult, the YouTube streets. You know, it's a difficult place. And I'll just leave it like that. I don't know where this channel could lead me, but you know, I do love recording and making videos, so it's somewhere that I would love to be. I would love to have it as a full-time job, but it's not. Number 2, do you enjoy making content and keeping up with social media? So I love making content. The editing part is difficult because I do have help, and it does take a lot. Like I can make videos like nothing. It's just when it comes down to editing, you want to make sure you're putting out good content. Some people don't edit their videos, and that is perfectly fine. To each his own. I love to just have a certain format and a certain way of how my videos come out. Number 3, do you have a cutoff time? After 7 or 8 o'clock, I am not going to be recording at night. I am an early bird because my job requires me to wake up early. I do wake up very early every day while I am working, even the weekends sometimes, which I don't like. Number 4, has any of your family members or friends became popular on YouTube following your plans? Yes, I've actually had a few people that I have shared them, I've spoken about them. There has been people when I used to do collabs where they would meet each other and they met so many people, and their channel has expanded, and they just kicked me to the curb. I guess, I don't know. But yeah, sometimes that happens. Some people forget about you along the way, and that's perfectly fine. And some family have had some success as well. So the next questions comes from Pastel Dreams. She is a very great subscriber. She is very, very awesome. She doesn't have a channel. She says, okay, so she asked me, I already answered that question of why I started a channel. Number 2, what is your advice for someone who wants to make a YouTube channel? Definitely, I would say go for it. Always go for it. But you got to understand, when you enter the YouTube streets and social media, you must have thick skin, because people will critique. People will try to tear you down. They will try to get to you. There are some people that can be very cruel. I've been very fortunate and blessed to not have met those type of people. I've had a few rude comments in the past. I've actually had people that were close to me that turned on me, which is really, really unexplainable. But when you have someone, real quick side note, when you have someone who was close to you, or you have YouTubers that are, I'm sorry, this angle, I know it's like kind of weird, but at least you can still see me. I'm just looking at myself. I had people that were close to me, long story short, turn, and I was just like, WTF, like, really? Like, how did this happen? And I'm not always saying that I'm perfect, and I'm not always saying that, you know, every you know, relationship has their thing, but in some friendships and stuff like that I've created on social media, they just went like, I don't know, they just went left. Some people, you know, people I've not met, but I'm just like saying some subscribers and followers, a few, very like few, like maybe 3 or 4 tops. Anyways, what is your goal for your channel? I kind of answered that too. I would love to make it my career. I'm sorry, I'm so distracted with these cars, but I wanted to do this really quick. Anyway, sorry guys, I'm all over the place. Anyway, I would love to make this my career if I could. I would love to just make videos. That would be awesome. Do you have any regrets on YouTube? Any mistakes? I don't have any regrets. I don't have any mistakes. You shouldn't have like regrets in life, they say, because you know, you learn. But I kind of regret letting certain people in my life, maybe 1 or 2 YouTubers that I thought were really cool, and then just went sour. You know, you have to understand that there's a lot of people who have different issues, underlying issues, and you don't know sometimes these people, you know, their track record, you don't know their history, their mentality, and this person was definitely questionable, and this person had a lot of issues with a lot of people, and that should have been a big red flag. And this person was unfiltered and deranged, and I should have known that. But it's okay. It's okay. I live and learn, and then you live and you learn. Next comes from Butterfly Zone. She has a few questions as well. What kind of childhood did you have? So I had a great childhood for not having a lot. I come from humble beginnings, but my mother and my father made it a mission to always give us love and have great toys. And that is what was important. We learned the ways of God. And I'm not going to say that things were always perfect. You know, no family has things that are perfect. We did go through a few trials and tribulations. But there was always love, which was number 1. And I think I had a decent childhood with a few, you know, things that have happened. Assumption. She has assumption. You're always so positive and joyful. Okay, so that is an assumption, because I try to be as positive as I can, but I do have my days. I have days where I'm just really tired. I have a lot of fatigue. I have times where I am going through a lot, or I have times that, you know, the way I process things, I might have things that I could, you know, for a person, they might look at it and be like, oh, you know, you'll get through it, and it's not something that you should stress out. And sometimes I do stress out little things, so it's all perspective. But I try to be as positive as I can. I really do. But I am not always positive, and I am not always joyful. I'll be honest with you. So yes, that is an assumption. This is from Miss Kimmy Kim. Hey, how you doing? I assume you are so fun and chill. You clearly love everything glam and girly and even spooky. Spooky is love all these things. Oh, I'm sorry. I love all these things too. That's what she said. I'm sorry. I wrote it wrong here. Yes, you basically just nailed who I was in one posting, in one comment. So, yes, I am very chill. I'm a very, very chill person. Just don't mess with my family. I'm like, don't mess up with my son, my husband, my loved ones. Don't mess with that. But I am very chill. I try to just be relaxed. I don't like drama. I don't do that. Hold on one second, because it's falling, my phone. I'm trying. The angle is not the greatest, but I'm trying. So I just try to be chill. I try to be positive. And I try to have patience. It's very important. We're living in a day and age where people don't have patience, but I try to have as much patience as possible. I love spooky things, glam. I am girly, but I do have my side, my spooky side, that I like things. Anyway, my question is, have you ever had different aesthetics or eras you have been more or heavy into in the past? I'm so sorry. Anyway, oh my goodness. So I actually love that question. So I have been through my goth stage. I was very gothic in high school. I had many stages. I was like tomboyish, then I went through a girly phase, then I had my my aesthetics where I was more rebellious. So then I was doing my gothic. That, for me, that's how I interpreted it. I was just very gothic, and that was how I was expressing myself, like rebellious, like not caring. And I felt like that's what was speaking for me. I did have red hair, bright crimson red hair. I had like my little vampire-y look. And then I stood with the aesthetics. After that, I was very, very girly, but I had like my mixture. So it wasn't like a full, like, every time I went through an era, I had a little mixture of other things. So it wouldn't be like permanent, like 100%, but that was cool. So the next questions come from Joyful Steph. Hi, hey girl. How do you keep from YouTube creator burnout? Take breaks. Okay. Taking breaks is so important. If it costs your mental health, it is expensive. Remember that. Anything that costs your mental health is expensive. I don't care what it is in this earth. If something stresses you out, don't do it. Take breaks. You need breaks. You do not want to go out through a burnout, because then you will not post for a long time. So I like to take, I do go on a lot of vacations, a lot of getaways, but if you can't, that's not realistic for everyone. That's not everyone's lifestyle. But if you're capable of doing that, or if not, you can have staycations at home, put some candles, music, a nice bubble bath, read a good book, and just stay away from social media so you don't have YouTube burnouts. And try to stay away from communities that are negative or toxic. I stay away from creating this negative space for myself. So that's very important, to stay away from that. Have you ever had YouTube bullies? If so, how did you deal with them? So actually, thank goodness I haven't had bullies, but I have had people who have said things about me. And what I do is how I do things, and this is not for everyone. And I am a firm believer that you should do and you should respond how you feel like doing. Like whatever comes to your heart and your mind, but always put well thought into what you're gonna do before you do something. So you know, sometimes we could run out of emotion, we could run off of emotions, excuse me. Of course I'm recording and I don't make any sense, but running off of emotions is not a good thing. So you want to take a moment when something happens to you or you hear something, try to take a moment and step back and just hear what is being said. Number one, it can possibly be a lie of something that's being said. Number two, you can reflect on what's being said and be like, wow, that is not me, you know, depending on what is said. And then think about, how do you want to tackle this problem? Do you think that this is going to be a good idea, mentioning this person? If that's the only way, because sometimes I believe that you have to mention it, you know, and there's other times where you don't have to say anything, because everything will just pass. Everything will just pass eventually. But if you start mentioning this person, they're going to keep going back and forth. And if this is something that you want to kind of like put a lid on and just continue about your life, you know, you can just say, you can email this person. You can, if they have obviously probably they're a content creator, just maybe go there and be like, hey, just, you know, can you just cut it off? I don't want any drama and I don't want to deal with this. Or you can make a video and just say, hey, this is how I feel. So I don't believe in telling people how to react, how to respond, but I do believe that you should always put enough thought into whatever you're going to do. Whatever response you want to take, make sure that that's going to be something that you put enough thought. You don't want to end up doing something and be like, oh, I shouldn't have even done this. But I did have fallouts with someone close to, and I ended up just saying in one of my videos, like, I don't do drama in my channel. If, you know, if this is what you're about, you stick to your channel, and whoever likes that just can stay over there. I'm not about it. I did make an address one time, and it was kind of just added and sprinkled into the video, but it wasn't like the whole video. But there is different levels of bullying, and honestly, I don't know, depending on what level you're in, what fits, because I believe every situation is different. Report the person, and yeah, and just kind of like stay away and try not to listen to what that person is doing, unless they're going around and spreading rumors and talking to a lot of people and telling people not to follow you, which I think that's happened to me. I don't have proof, but I feel like that's happened to me. Not that I'm trying to be like paranoia, but I do feel like people have said that about me. But next question, how do you come up with content ideas when you feel at a loss for ideas? So honestly, I'm going to tell you that has not happened to me, having a loss of ideas. I'm very fortunate. I'm very blessed. I always have ideas. I don't know what it is, but I always have ideas. I always have different creative things that I want to do, ideas, videos, and stuff like that. And you could have just a book and basically write down stuff. You can go to your favorite content creators. I don't know, I'm trying to think. Go to your favorite content creators and watch what they're doing. Maybe they have different ideas. And maybe go to different videos of people crafting hobbies and stuff like that, and just different communities, and see maybe where you can get your ideas from. But for me, it just naturally just comes to me. I'm always full of ideas. So like literally, like my brain is always working on ideas. So it's kind of hard to answer that question for someone who needs to come up with ideas. So I want to say thank you to everyone who participated. Maybe I can do another one in the next few months. So if that's something you would like, let me know in a comment. And I can do that. Depending if a lot of people respond, then I can do it sooner. Anyway, thank you so much. I appreciate you watching till the end. If you guys want to leave any comments, feedback, drop your comments. And if this is your vibe, don't forget to subscribe. Take care. Bye.